One of the common mistakes in divorce is when you have a new relationship and you're really obvious about it. You want to make sure that you don't have that person around your children and you don't want to flaunt it in your spouse's face. That's just going to ratchet up the conflict, and that's one thing that you don't want to do. And the court may not like that at all. You don't know who the judge is going to be, and they may have a real bias against you dating anybody until you're divorced. If you're going through a divorce, it's going to be difficult if you're a frequent poster on social media, but I'm going to ask you not to do that. If you want to get on there and talk negatively about your spouse or about their family or about the situation, it is going to come back and haunt you, because people can get to that information. Even if you have blocked everybody, deleted them, there's no mutual friends, I promise you, they can get to it. And then that's going to hurt you when it comes to the end. When you go through a divorce, you might be really unhappy. And you're so unhappy that you want to tell every single person that you know, including your spouse's friends, family members, and boss. Don't do it. Keep those people out of it. You want this divorce to be between you and your family or your friends. You don't want to go and try to alienate these other people. When you go through a divorce, I know you might be really angry. It might not be fair. You might be so hurt. But please don't call the other person and tell them how horrible they are. Call them names. Give them examples of how they mistreated you, because many times those things can be used against you. I would caution you about making phone calls, sending emails or letters. Instead, I would say to talk to a therapist or talk to your friends or talk to a family member and vent to them instead of calling that spouse. Just keep in mind that anything that you have written or that you've said, because voice recordings can be recorded in Alabama as long as one party knows they're being recorded, can be seen by the judge. So anything you say, anything you write, keep in mind that a judge may see that later on. Another thing that comes up in divorces is when people decide they're going to drain the bank accounts. Please don't do that. The reason you don't want to do that is because it's going to make you look bad if you suddenly have taken all the money out of one of the joint accounts, or if it's going to look like you're hiding assets. So make sure that you are very judicious when it comes to your spending and when it comes to moving money around. Now, if you have consistently moved money during the course of your marriage, then it might be fine. But you want to make sure that you're not doing it in some way to thwart the other person's access to that fund. If you want to avoid some of these costly mistakes that you can make during your divorce, then give us a call at Lee Daniel and Associates. We'll be happy to guide you through the process.